I sure brought the drone for this one.
So today we're going to walk down the Galena Trail. We're headed towards what was originally known as New Duluth, and then was later named Alamo. It is an old mining town site, an old mine that operated from the 1890s into the 1930s. It is about a 6-kilometer round trip. Hopefully we can see some of the ruins. Apparently there's a bunch of little trails that go off that you can explore the old mine site. And we were going to do this yesterday, but it was way too hot, so we're starting a little earlier this morning. It's only about 21 degrees. Should take us a couple of hours. Hopefully we can see some of the ruins.
If this was anywhere else in any other country, this wouldn't be here.
Yeah,
it's only Canada that says you cannot go near that water because you're dumb. Nope, just Canada.
No.
I think we've reached the mine. This is it here. Some of it. Alright, so we found an old mine cart. It's kind of cool.
The trains used to come through here.
That's another concrete structure.
Oh, that's old concrete.
There's the old water flume down here. Put to the bottom.
Probably still spin that water.
Probably could, yeah.
Right here.
Oh right, that's where the railway came through. Look at the ties. So that was the railway. Look at that.
Contraption over there.
Who knows? There's more railway ties here.
Oh wow.
This might have been the actual railway, and that might have been just for rail cars.
Maybe.
They're pretty amazing. So much history here. Stories. I wish I brought the drone for this one. Hey! Check it out, it's an old drill bit. An old drill bit.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
That's so cool. There must have been a huge fire here at some point which took it all out. You can still see a little bit of the original rail there through the side of the hill where the train used to travel through. This might be some of the coolest stuff I've ever seen. Alright, so we're going to be adventurous. We're going to head up this trail, I guess you can call it. Austin's already done and gone, so I'm going to follow him up. I don't really see a trail. Okay, we're making it. It's a nice view from up here. Amazing. This is quite a building. So down at the bottom, you see the tipple down there. That's where the railways used to, the railway used to go through, and then the mining cars down below, which used to travel through to Sandon. New Denver to Sandon, back to Silverton area. Very cool. Not sure what all the big wheels are for, but I assume they're belt drives. There used to be a hydroelectric plant up here. I saw a motor down below. It looked very much like the one down below or one up at Sandon, and the still working hydroelectric plant there. Austin's applauding how much he loves this place.
Apparently by 1904, the population grew to about 200 residents and had a post office, stores, bunkhouses, and then unfortunately they lost everything in the Great Depression, but there's still, Cunningham lived up here with his housekeeper until the 1950s. And then what we see now, everything that was left was actually destroyed by the flood in 1955. So what we're looking at now is the old concentrator that was rebuilt by Cunningham. Which down below you can see one that's still like the railroad ties. CPR used to come through here. There's two. And when we look at the picture, we have a picture. You can actually see the wooden structure with the two railways right in front of it.
Hey fellow Rams.
So on this trip we actually ended up finding the Sanden Cemetery, which was founded in 1898. Most of the people that are buried here were miners or residents of Sandon that didn't have any family. And because before this cemetery was built, most of the miners that died, they were just buried in the mountains wherever they succumbed. Which is probably why between New Denver and Kaslo, this is why they call it the Valley of the Ghosts. Most of the prominent residents, those well-to-do residents of Sandon, usually buried their loved ones in either New Denver or Kaslo because it was more respectable, because they didn't want to bury them in the booming city of Sandon. And a lot of others that came over from lower country, they actually shipped them, those that could afford to, shipped the bodies back to the countries that they came from and they buried there. So most of them up here, their graves and headstones are no longer there. They were succumbed to the elements up here. But the Sandon Historical Society has started to erect wooden grave headstones for them. So still working on it. Pretty cool.